What is going on, guys? T-Tizzle here today. In today's video, I will show you the best way to get set up quickly in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 Zombies. For this method, I will not be using any schematics, craftables, or taking anything into the game with me except for my loadout. So for your guys' setup, I would recommend using your favorite gun or a gun you are currently leveling up. You will not be keeping this gun far into the game, but you need something to help you complete a few Tier 1 contracts. After that, I would recommend no secondary so you can run fast with your fist out. And for your tactical and lethal, I would recommend decoys and thermite, and then ether shroud for the field upgrade. And with that being said, let's hop right into the gameplay. Alright, let's hop right into this one. So the first thing you're going to want to do for this strat to work out is just get $5,000. It doesn't really matter how you get it, but you're going to want to get $5,000 as quickly as possible. The easiest way to do that is honestly just by doing contracts. So what you're going to want to do is just pull up your map and then do the nearest contract. You'll go over to that contract and do it as quick as you can, but while you're on your way there, if you're going to be passing like any gas stations or any building that's going to have cash registers, make sure you go ahead and loot those. But yeah, that's the main thing you're going to want to do to start this out is do a bunch of contracts. So I'm going to go pick up this Outlast contract, and I'll pick this video up once it's finished. Alright, so we went ahead and finished that contract. Here's one. Wow. That's an amazing reward right there. Here's one thing I wanted to show you guys, though. So we got stamina up. That's awesome. I already had that. But, I mean, that's something awesome you can get from doing a Tier 1 contract. It's okay to go ahead and use any of the perks you get, but if you do get a Ethereum crystal or any, like, Pack-a-Punch or ammo conversion, make sure you guys do not use those. Because, like I said in the beginning, you're not going to be keeping this gun for long into the game, so you're not going to want to waste your time or waste the crystal on this gun. The whole goal here is we're just trying to get to 2,500 points as quick as we can, and then we're going to be, to 5,000 points as quick as we can, and we're going to be buying a new gun. So don't waste the Ethereum crystal on the gun you came into the game with. So the next thing you're going to want to do is just continue to do this over and over and over again. So you're going to see I got myself a vehicle, and I'm going to go ahead and head over to this Spore contract over here, and we're going to pick this Spore contract up, and hopefully after completing this we will be at the 5,000 points so we can go ahead and get out of the level 1 area and begin doing level 2 or level 3 contracts to earn money just a little bit quicker. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, I'll pick up this contract, we're going to drive over here and we're going to do this really quick. Another important tip that I think that I could give you guys is do contracts that are fairly quick to do. Unfortunately, this just spawned in a pretty poor area because of all the mercenaries that are here. But most of the time when you do a Spore contract, it's going to go pretty quick. But anytime you have anything that goes near mercenaries, it's going to take a bunch of time. They're going to be taking away a bunch of your health. You're going to have to give them quite a bit of your attention to make sure that you end up killing them. But most of the time, this was just a bad pull. Most of the time, a Spore contract is going to be pretty easy to complete. But yeah, let me go ahead and complete this contract, clear this area out real quick, and I'll pick the video back up. Alright, and we just finished this one up. You're going to see speed cola. See, that's perfect. That's the good thing about doing some of these level 1 contracts is they can drop you some pretty good stuff. And the 3 perks that I definitely recommend inside of this game is getting Speed Cola, Stamina Up, and Juggernog. All the other ones are useful and you can get them at your own disgrace, but those are the 3 that I definitely recommend getting. And I'm just so happy to get pretty lucky here. I got Juggernog out of the first one, Speed Cola out of the second one. So the last one I really need is going to be Stamina Up. But now you're going to see that we do have our 5,000 points. What you're going to want to do once you have your 5,000 points is hop into the nearest vehicle you can get and basically just get out of the area. The reason why I was saying don't waste your Pack-a-Punch crystal and why we were after 5,000 points is because where we're going now is straight to the level 3 zone to buy a gold level rarity gun. So you're going to want to pull up your map, you're going to want to mark a wall by, and you're going to want to drive to it. You don't want to grab the very first gun you see because sometimes they could have a purple gun here. I've even sold green guns here, and also some of the guns can be pretty bad. What I'm looking for is an assault rifle or LMG that I'm going to buy. And the main reason we're doing this is because a lot of people don't realize how important the rarity is inside of this game. It is almost more important than the Pack-a-Punch level itself. So MTZ, yep, we're going to take that one and we're going to try to get out of here before this thing ruins my day. So now what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to leave. We don't want to be here anymore. We can't take this guy on. We're going to get out of here. But while we're next to this rift, I will show you guys another cool little tip that I feel like a lot of people don't know about. If you take a rift and pull your parachute instantly and look around, you will see these little essences flying in the air. Oh, I missed that one, but you can fly to all of these all the way to the ground and end up getting about 2,500 points. So it's always a good tip you can do to try to get a little bit more cash on you. But the thing that I'm not going to do here is I'm seeing that it's taking me into level 3. I really don't feel like surviving in level 3 right now. I don't have anything Pack-a-Punch. I don't have anything ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But if you take a rift anywhere inside of this map, they're going to have those essences in the air, and you can fly through and get those money. But yeah, now I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to fly to the nearest contract. I'm going to see it's a bounty over here. I'm going to go ahead and drop my Hoggler just so that I can run with my fist out. I'm going to go to my MTZ. And this is why I was saying it's really important to keep that Pack-a-Punch crystal, because now, rather than wasting it on my old gun, I'm going to use it on this gun, and now it's going to be even more powerful. But yeah, before I picked up the gun, what I was saying is that the rarity of the gun is more important than people realize. A gold gun, not even Pack-a-Punch, is more powerful than a common gun, double Pack-a-Punch. So anytime you can get a gold level gun for like 5,000 points or get lucky out of the box, you're going to want to take that 10 out of 10 times, just because the rarity is so important. The damage multiplier it gives your gun is more important than Pack-a-Punch, honestly. But once you get to the gold gun, what you're going to want to do is essentially just Pack-a-Punch it as quick as you can and then do more contracts in the higher threat zone to get more money. So we're going to go ahead, we'll try to eliminate this Mangler here really quick, see if we can't get double Pack-a-Punch pretty fast. And the important thing about getting to a higher threat zone quicker is that these contracts are going to pay more than the other contracts do in level 1. Which makes a lot of sense. I mean, you're risking your life a little bit more. You better hope that these contracts are going to pay a little more and they're going to have typically a good payout. So if you guys didn't get as lucky as I did and didn't find a Pack-a-Punch crystal on the ground, something I would recommend doing is not wasting your money on Pack-a-Punch. It's pretty easy to survive in the level 2 zone with a gold gun, not even Pack-a-Punch, just because of how powerful it is. So if you waste 5,000 points on Pack-a-Punching, I feel like it's not going to help you out. What you're instead going to want to do is I would get up to about 15,000 points, because that's enough to eat single Pack-a-Punch and double Pack-a-Punch, but get there doing your contracts. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up this Spore Control contract again, and we're going to go do this. And the reason I'm saying don't waste your points and instead save up to 15,000 by doing contracts is because you never know. You could get lucky and get a single Pack-a-Punch, double Pack-a-Punch, and even a triple Pack-a-Punch crystal. And it'd be pretty upsetting if you were to waste 5,000 points, then go back and do a contract, and the very next contract gives you what you're looking for. But yeah, let me go ahead and finish up this contract, and I'll pick up this video once I'm done. Alright, so we're finishing this up right now. Let's go ahead and see what we get out of this. So we got a quick revive can, Deadshot daiquiri. Can't complain with that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to throw all this stuff on the ground. We're going to get rid of all these zombies out of the way. While I was doing the contract, those people next to me on the map, they actually came and dropped me a level 3 Pack-a-Punch Halger. So that's pretty kind of them. But yeah, you're going to see the next thing. I'm going to go ahead. I won't use that gun because it kind of defeats the purpose of the video, but that's the first time I've ever had somebody come up and drop me anything. That was kind of cool. We'll go ahead, we'll continue on with this video. We did see that we did get more perks, and that's pretty cool. But I'd say we're just going to continue on doing more and more of these challenges in hopes of getting either a single Pack-a-Punch or double Pack-a-Punch crystal. But as soon as you guys get up to 15,000 points, if you haven't got a single or double Pack-a-Punch crystal, I would recommend going to your nearest level 2 Pack-a-Punch area and then going ahead and Pack-a-Punching your guns. But most of the time, you're going to find at least one Pack-a-Punch crystal whenever you're doing all these contracts. So I already have single Pack-a-Punch. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look on the map. I'm going to figure out where the Pack-a-Punch machine is. It's going to be somewhere on the map. I'm going to mark it, 10,000 points. I'm going to drive over there. I'm going to Pack-a-Punch my gun. And then once I get my gun Pack-a-Punch, I'll pick the video back up. All right, we're at the Pack-a-Punch now. So all we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and double Pack-a-Punch this weapon. And at this point in the game, you are absolutely powerful enough to go and do level 3 contracts. If you are solo, though, it is a little scary just because level 3, no matter how set up you are, it's always going to be dangerous. So you can go in there at your own risk, or you can go ahead and continue to just do level 2 contracts because they pay out pretty well also. I'd say for just the standard average player, before you get Pack-a-Punch 3, I would not recommend going into level 3 just because, like I said, I mean, that place is difficult. You have the fast-running zombies that you can't outrun. And if you're playing solo by yourself without someone to revive you, you don't want to risk dying because that's just a vibe kill and you don't want to lose all your stuff. So at this point, what I would recommend doing is you could continue to do level 2 contracts like I'm doing and trying to farm schematics that you're after. But if your whole goal is to get into level 3, start doing level 3 contracts to try to get some of those more rare items, at this point in your game, you are absolutely powerful enough to go ahead and go into level 3. But from here on out, my main goal would be get a few more contracts done. Let's get up to 15,000 points, and then once we're at 15,000 points, we will go ahead and triple pack-a-punch, and it'll make level 3 area even easier. But you can see this gun itself, I mean, in level 2, these bounty contracts, they really just don't stand a chance against the type of weapons we have. That was completed pretty easily, and we'll go ahead and see what we get here. So brain rot mod and a 2-plate armor, that's not that good. But I didn't have an ammo mod on my gun, so I'll go ahead and throw that on just to go ahead and do it. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to keep on doing contracts. Doesn't look like we really have anything near us. I'll probably go ahead and do this raid weapon stash, and then once I get this done, I'll pick the video back up. So I'm just starting this raid weapon stash contract. And another thing I just wanted to mention is I've been getting pretty lucky here with perk drops and getting the pack-a-punch crystals. If you guys aren't getting as lucky, I would go ahead and at some point, definitely before going into level 3, make sure you get Juggernog, Stamina Up, and Speed Cola. So before you go to level 3, that is absolutely the 3 perks I think you just have to have. Stamina Up, it's going to let you move around a lot quicker on the map, help you outrun some of them zombies that are moving really fast, and help you outrun the dogs. They're still going to catch you, but it is going to give you a little bit of an edge and buy you a little bit of time, which can be detrimental whenever you're surviving in the level 3 zone. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention is that usually whenever you're doing these contracts, the rewards, especially once you get to level 2, are pretty generous. Most of the time, you're going to be getting all your perks, you're going to be getting pack-a-punch crystals, sometimes even double pack-a-punch crystals. Unfortunately, you are subject to the RNG at that point, but the better the RNG is for you, the quicker you can get set up, the quicker you can get into the threat level zone you're getting to, and the quicker you can do the contracts you're looking to get done. Yeah, let me go ahead and complete a few more contracts. Let's get to 15,000 points, see how long it takes me. Triple pack-a-punch, and then you're basically set up the most you can be in this game, and we'll see how much time is left in the game. Usually you have about 15 or 20 minutes with the final exfil before the time's going to run out. I do wish they would extend the time in this, just because I feel like 45 minutes in a zombies game really isn't enough time. Ooh, that mangler's scary. 45 minutes really just isn't enough time in a zombies game, so I wish they would extend the time, but this is definitely the best method that I have found to become the most powerful if you don't have any like ray gun schematics or a bunch of craftables you can use prior to going into the game. It's still going to take some time, as you guys have seen, but getting yourself a gold weapon and then pack-a-punching it accordingly really is going to help yourself out. But I'll go ahead, I don't need the backpack, I'll go ahead and store the rare tool. And then I'll keep doing contracts till I get to 15,000 points. I'll talk to you guys then. One more quick thing that I wanted to mention. So this is just right after doing that weapon stash contract. I pulled up my map to see any nearby contracts. And you've probably heard me mention this before, but I would never recommend doing these ground station contracts. They absolutely take the longest time. And you're going to be doing nothing but fighting mercenaries, which just isn't an enjoyable experience for me. And if the goal here is to get set up as quickly as possible, time is very, very crucial. So just make sure you're doing the contracts that are going to optimize the most time for you. And try to avoid the ground station contract the most that you can so that you're not wasting time. Yeah, just want to give you that quick tip. I'm going to go ahead and continue doing these contracts and get up to the 15,000 points I was talking about. We are up to the 15,000 points. So the very next thing you guys are going to want to do, you're going to look at the clock here, see we only got 10 minutes left, but there's also the final extraction. So even though that 9-minute window is closing, that doesn't mean you have to leave. You absolutely can if you want, but nothing is forcing you to. You still have the 9 minutes plus another 15-minute window where you can stay in here and do any other contracts that you want to do. But next thing that we're going to want to do once we have that 15,000 points is you're going to want to get into a vehicle. You're going to want to drive to the level 3 zone because that's the only place you can triple pack-a-punch, unless you have a crystal, of course. And then you're going to triple pack-a-punch your gun. I accidentally picked up another gun there, so you're going to see the first thing I'm doing is I'm dropping that. You want to have your fist out. You want to be able to outrun these things, and you're going to want to get straight to the pack-a-punch as quick as you can. pack-a-punch your gun, and then continue on doing whatever it is that you guys want to do. If that is do level 3 contract, you could stay here, or you can get out of this area. You can go back to level 2, just having a really powerful gun. This gun is basically going to be... This gun's basically going to be a one-shot in all other zones just because of how powerful a gold level 3 pack-a-punch gun is. But now that you are triple pack-a-punched, I would say the main thing you're going to want to do is just go after the schematics that you're after. Or whatever you were trying to achieve in this game, make sure you are doing that now. So if it was level 3 contracts, make sure you're doing level 3 contracts. This is by far the easiest level 3 contract to do. You don't even have to use a gun, so the level 3 pack-a-punch is kind of irrelevant here. We'll go ahead and complete this real quick. All we're going to do is deliver this cargo contract and hope we get a decent schematic or something good from our reward over here. But yeah, I would say that's going to be the main idea of the video here, guys, is the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to spawn into the map. You're going to be in the level 1 zone, and your entire goal is to get to 5,000 points as quickly as you can. The best way to do that is by doing contracts, and then in those contracts, hopefully you get some decent perks, decent ammo mods, and a pack-a-punch crystal. Once you get to those 5,000 points, you're going to want to drive directly to the level 3 zone and buy the first gold assault rifle, shotgun, or LMG you see on the wall, and then get out of that area. Let me go ahead and complete this real quick. Maybe I'll get lucky and get a ray gun schematic. I did not, but I did get a few more perks, so might as well take them. But yeah, you're going to buy that gold level gun, and then you're going to go ahead and you're going to get out of the level 3 zone, and you're going to go back to level 2. You're then going to do level 2 contract until you have about 15,000 points, and then make sure you single pack-a-punch or double pack-a-punch your weapon. And then at that point, you will be hopefully you have got all the perks that you need to get, and you will be powerful enough to survive in the level 3 area. At that point, you'll probably have 25-30 minutes remaining inside of the game to be able to do whatever you're wanting to do. And just make sure you continue doing contracts there until you get to 15,000 points, in which you can then triple pack-a-punch a gold level gun, which is like the most powerful weapon you can have in the game. But yep, I think that's going to do it for the video, guys. I hope this really does help you out. Again, I know it does take some time, but if you're coming in here with no schematics, no crystals, or anything like that, you're always going to be subject to a little bit of RNG, and you're going to have to waste some time getting yourself kitted up and being ready to survive. But this is by far the fastest method I have found to be able to get kitted up inside of the game. But I hope this video does help you guys out, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.